Welcome to 6.4, 6.5, day one. We are going to be talking about rectangles and rhombi. Rhombi being plural for rhombus. So these are both parallelograms. They are both quadrilaterals, but they're not related to each other any more than that. So they are two separate shapes that have different properties. So as we go through this, you might remember some of these things from a previous geometry-related course like in middle school. Or just, fun facts you have in your head. But make sure you are filling out your flow chart. I'll do a short video to kind of review some of the information on that. Copies of it, of course, are loaded onto It's Learning with full copy, as well as on sections of the formative homeworks. So you'll see clips of those to make sure you go through. You can write them in your own words. You can create your own pictures, however you choose to do that. But I think it's a real handy tool as we prepare for our test to have that ready so you can look at that while you're working on your review, and just to give you those last minute reminders on the properties of all of these shapes. So rectangles. Rectangles are parallelograms, and the way they are special or different from regular parallelograms or rhombuses, is that they have four congruent angles. And if you're a quadrilateral, which means you have an interior angle sum of 360 degrees, and you have four congruent angles, that means all of your angles have to be 90 degrees each. 90 degrees each. That might be something you already knew. All right, I'm going to draw out a little rectangle here for me to give me something to draw on. Here we go. That looks good. So I'm going to mark all of the things that I know about my rectangle. Some of the stuff will be from our properties of parallelograms, because we already know a rectangle is a parallelogram. It's given to us in the definition. So all of the properties of parallelograms, opposite sides are parallel, opposite sides are congruent. We have congruent angles. We have diagonals that bisect each other. All of these things are true for rectangles as well. And then we're going to add a little bit more information. So we have right angles. I already said that, so I'm going to add 4 right angles to all 4 of my angles. Our parallelogram properties include opposite sides are congruent, as well as being parallel. 2 on the side. And here we go. Let's see, and what else? Diagonals bisect each other. So we're going to add diagonals that go across. So not only are these going to bisect each other, but the addition of rectangles adds that diagonals are congruent. So if they're the same length, both diagonals are the same length, and they bisect each other, all 4 pieces are congruent. All 4 pieces